Hello and welcome to the latest CraftySniper's blog video. Right, it's been a while since I've done a blog video actually in here. My last semi-blog video was done at Combat Zone, and I thought it's about time that I started doing another blog video for you guys, showing off what I purchased, because I purchased a heck of a lot of stuff, which turned up all last week from Skirmish Shop UK and Longbow BB. And what's happened is, I'm now in the process of getting it all together and working my kit out, working out how I'm going to carry stuff. You know, I work on the rifle a little bit, not too much on the rifle nowadays, it's more on other things. But this is going to be the in-depth video showing you guys what I actually purchased. Obviously, you know, I'm proud of it, because I put loads of stuff up on my Facebook page about it. But I've got myself an SC ghillie suit, whatever you like to call it. It's a professionally made, custom-made ghillie suit, and it's fantastic. It's absolutely awesome. Cost me an arm and a leg, but I can see where the money goes. I really can. These things are fantastic. Yes, I know someone's going to put it in the comments that you can make one for cheaper, do it yourself. Yeah, you can. Not a problem with that. You've got to have the skill to actually do these patterns and not make yourself stand out. Actually make yourself blend in with the background. I don't have those skills. B, more importantly, you need time. Now, a friend of mine has made his own ghillie suit, which looks pretty much exactly the same as this one. With the same style of pattern of making it, with a background and then adding bits and pieces to the actual ghillie suit. It's taken him a bloody long time to get this far, and he's still not happy with it because he's still got bits and pieces to add to it. It looks fantastic. It really does. But I work full time. I don't want to be working on this all the time. I just rather someone else does it, so that means I end up having to buy one. And yeah, I'm glad that I went the route that I did, because there was a couple options opened for me. I was looking at the North Mountain range of leaf suits, because there's a particular leaf suit I've seen which is a very green, very summery leaf suit, and it looks pretty damn good, if I'm honest. The photo makes it look awesome. The downside of it is the fact of it's an off the peg. Oh, sorry, it's a retail style leaf suit. There's going to be lots of them made. They're all going to be exactly the same. And the problem with these style ones is the Amazon style leaf suits is, you know, they're not all that good. I mean, I've been burnt on one of them. I bought a leaf suit, my first one. Was advertised as a summer leaf suit. It's not even close to a summer leaf suit. It's a freaking autumn stroke winter leaf suit. There's lots of whites on it and browns on it and, you know, things like that. It's just completely and utterly wrong. So, you know, I wasn't going to go down that route. What made me think North Mountain would be better than the usual ones you get off Amazon is the price range, because they don't do cheap. You're looking at £80 to £90, possibly a little bit more, on their different styles of leaf suits. They have the ones with the little cutout of pattern camouflage that runs down the leaf suit. Some of them have long bits of fabric hanging off them. Those are the really woolly style ones. I thought that North Mountain would be the way to go. However, I kind of thought to myself, you know, something I can buy all right, or I can buy the best. It's going to cost me more, but I thought, sod it, I want to buy the best. Who doesn't? And having spoken to Jace at Longbow at length on the subject of these leaf suits, and let's face it, he has them all, he's kind of convinced me that it was more the better to go with him and buy a proper custom made ghillie suit. And I'm glad that I did pay attention to him, because what I've got in front of me now is absolutely fucking awesome. There's no two ways about it. But that's not the only thing I purchased. I'm not going to just jibble-drabber even about that. What I'm going to do is tell you about the things I also bought along with it. Now, because obviously, like I said, I do like North Mountain. I was looking at their range of stuff that they sell, and they have a very good range of stuff sold through skirm shops. I did decide to get a new pair of gloves, so I got these. These are North Mountain gloves. They look like wintry style thick gloves. They're not really, if I'm honest. I mean, I haven't worn them yet on a match, on an event, so it's going to be quite different. You know, I can wear them now. It doesn't really do much good, but actually wearing them in a match, so we'll see if they make me sweat too much. But yeah, that's my North Mountain gloves that I got. Great thing about these is you have the padded sections here, so when holding onto a rifle, you're going to be able to, you're not going to slip off the rifle or anything silly like that. But for all you people that like to take selfies out with when you're in an airsoft match, these gloves come with this bit of rubber here, or I presume it's rubber, I'm not 100% what it is if I'm perfectly honest with you, but it allows you to activate and use your phone, so you can use your phone whilst you're outside in an airsoft field. That's going to end well when somebody shoots it. But obviously they're not designed, they're not purpose built for airsoft, obviously. But you know, it's nice to know that wear a pair of gloves like this and I can use a phone, so that's always good. They are very comfortable. Slight small downside is the fact is I have very large hands. I'm 6'5", I have large hands. The gloves were advertised as the one size fits all motto. I suspect you know, that it's probably not the case, because when you buy the gloves they actually do come with a size label. You can just see that they're saying large. So I dare say North Mountain themselves do actually sell different size gloves, like most people do. However, Skirm Shop didn't have them. So with my rather large hands, yes, they fit fairly comfortably, but you know, a tiny few millimetres smaller and these would have been useless for me. So you know, just something to be aware if you're going to go on Skirm Shop and look at these gloves. One size fits all. Pray that you've got small hands or medium-sized hands. Also, from North Mountain is a piece of equipment that I really like in sniping. I don't just mean the sniper rifle. It's, in my view, just as important as the leaf suit and as the sniper rifle itself, and that's a scrim net. And this even is again a North Mountain scrim net. I don't know whether you can see this and the camera's going to pick it up, but there is the same style woodland pattern, the realistic style pattern on these, and it's absolutely awesome. It's not on the other side. The other side is just white or light colour, but it's the same style pattern that you have on the glove. So you have this realistic looking pattern on it. Now, why do people think that these are important? Why do I think it's important, more than likely? Because they're so multi-use. They're brilliant. My normal way of going out sniping is I wear a normal pair of BDU style camouflage trousers. They're in ATAX Field Green. I wear my leaf suit that I have now, before I got the brand new one, and I wear a tactical boonie DPM Woodland British Army hat, and that's it. A pair of gloves obviously, but that's about it. This is something that I learned from somebody who knows a hell of a lot more than I do about how to make things disappear. What you do, you want to wear one of these things, plonk it on your head. You look like a complete idiot, but hey ho. Make sure that it hangs a little bit down over your face. I can still see out. Obviously I'd have a pair of glasses on if I was airsofting, but I can still see out very clearly. But it covers most of your face. The outline of your face has just disappeared. Now what you also get is you put your boonie hat, dunk, put that on top, and you get the leaf suit jacket off and you put that on top of this. So this all disappears underneath your leaf suit. This then is a loose camouflage system that camouflages your face from pretty much anything other than being looked straight at. Anyone from the side is just going to see camouflage. Anyone from the back is going to see camouflage. Anyone from the front even is going to have to really look hard to work out that that's a human face, because the top half of this is fairly well covered. I can still operate the rifle, I can still do all the bits and pieces I need to do, loading, changing, all that kind of stuff. I may have to move it every now and again just to get it set, but it's a fantastic, light, cheap way of making yourself look like a complete idiot outside of airsoft, but in airsoft, in the sniping side, it actually works. Another thing that I tend to use with these is when I'm getting into my firing position. Now this isn't the position that I would be using to transition. This is not my walking phase. This is, right, this is my bush. This is where I'm going to camp. This is where I'm going to be setting up a kill zone so that anything walks into that, I'm going to get the first shot off. Bring out your scrim net again. You set up your rifle. You're laid down hopefully camouflaged by any foliage or leaf suit or anything like that. And what you do is you get your scrim net and you throw it over the top half of the rifle. Hang it over the scope. Sometimes you can actually hang it over the scope completely. The scope focuses way past the actual scrim net, so it'll actually see through it. But for ease, I just tend to hang it just over my scope. My scope has a net over it, so it can't be seen anyway. Just put that over the top of it, and then bring this net back out, the scrim net back out, and put it over your own head completely. So as you're laid there, you've got this scrim net over top of you, over top of your rifle, and you can just sit there and you can see everything you need to see. If you want to look down the scope, you're already looking down the scope, you can see down that. But if you want to just gently pull your head back, you can pull back and still be able to see through the net and see what's out there trying to sneak up on you. The great thing about this scrim net is it's basically changed the shape of you and your rifle as you're laid there. And if you take that into cahoots with the leaf suit you're wearing, or the ghillie suit that you're wearing, and the environment that you're in and around, you suddenly start to look nothing like a person laid down with a rifle. You just disappear. So picture it from the enemy's point of view, and they walk into that area that they don't know there's snipers there, but they walk into it. They're probably doing the damnedest best they can to actually look for anything out of the way. And anything out of anything that's looking back at them. They may not see. In fact, there's a very good chance if you don't move, they won't see anything, and you'll get that first shot off, dunk, straight out to them. And that's all from something that costs less than £20. Good quality. You can get these a lot cheaper, if I'm honest. I've got an OD green net one, which is really, really nice. I've got a Woodland DPM British Army style one. Again, don't know where that's gone to. But yeah, that's a very good quality one. If there's a camouflage pattern out there, chances are scrim net's been made in that pattern. So there's 1,000,001 choices out there. It's perfectly cheap. Like I say, you can wear it as part of your uniform. If it's getting too hot, or chances are it's going to get snagged up on something, like a bush, you can just get these nice and small, bung it into your pack, your tactical pack, your pouch, whatever it is. Hey presto, you can use it whenever you want to and take it off when you want to, most importantly. So yeah, a brand new North Mountain scrim net, absolutely awesome. Now, obviously, the most important part of the purchase was my leaf suit, which is sat right in front of me. And I'm going to try to hold this in such a way that it's hard to work out which end's the top end and which end's the bottom end of these things. This is it. This is my leaf suit. It's a complete mess of camouflage and bits and pieces. Yeah, it's absolutely awesome. It's not a full suit. You've got different styles out there. You can buy the Wookiee suit, as I call it, which is the headpiece, a jacket and a pair of trousers, but it's all that thick wool. It gets tangled up in everything. You make the noise of a Wookiee as you try to get through the bush. People think Godzilla's trying to get through the bush because the things are shaking. It's just they're horrible. Worst of all is the fact you sweat like a sweaty thing. They just don't breathe. Those suits are not what the army or any military force use. Okay, they're the Amazon specials. Yes, you can get away with them. You can use them if you can stomach the sweatingness, if you can stomach the heaviness, because they are very, very heavy. You can get away with it in airsoft and in paintball if you so wish. However, I went down that route when I started sniping. I wore it twice, never going to wear it again. It's just a horrid, nasty thing. Then you have the 3D style leaf suits, which this one comes under the classification of 3D leaf suit. Again, you have headpieces, jacket, trousers, usually separate. This one is a wee bit different because all it is, it's going to be difficult for me to put this on. I've got a kind of beer down there, I'd rather not knock that over. That would be sacrilegious. Yeah, me. There we go, there's an arm. Right. This is it, this is all it is. 2 clips. That's basically it. I do have a hood piece. which is, that's it. That is my leaf suit. Long sleeved, not going to be able to see too much on this with the camera. Long sleeved, I've got a back part, which runs down to my bottom. And basically, that's it. Nothing on the front, nothing on the legs. There is long sleeved and short sleeve versions of this. I have the long sleeve one. Because it's just, yeah, I think that was the one that was in at the time, and that's, to be honest with you, that's what I wanted. My friend has the one that he created, which is like this, only he made it, is a short sleeve, I do believe, but I always said I wanted the long sleeve one, and that's what I've got. Basically, it is custom made. Longbow made this style, or made the order for this style of suit. I do believe, if you believe what Longbow say on their page, and basically Sniper Customs SC Gilly came out and actually made this leaf suit to their style and to their skill. And skill is a word you would use a lot with this thing. The craftsmanship that's gone into this is just biblical. I would love to know how long it takes them to make something like this, because it's not just the actual fabric of the thing. I mean, I've got 3D style cut-out patterned portions on here in different styles of camouflage. I've got a green section here, and I've got a woodland brownie one stood here. I've also got the raffia, which I've got clumps of very dark green, very light green, and brown. Big clumps of the stuff. It's all cable tied in. And yeah, that's basically what I've got on this. And that just basically goes all over the whole lot of it. What I've been doing is adding to it. And if I just take this off, I can show you what I've been doing. That was friendly. Right. What I've been doing, because I ordered, along with this suit, I ordered a clump, 2 clumps even. It has an actual measurement of stuff. It is a clump of raffia. I've got a very light green raffia and a very browny hay coloured raffia as well. And what I also have is sneaky leaves, which I'll go on to them in a minute. But what I've been doing yesterday, or the day before I did this video at least, is I was working on the head piece, or the hood section of this suit, and I've managed to add a few bits. Now obviously the clumps, these green bits here, they're still what obviously the actual creator of this suit actually did, but I've added some longer strands of raffia, and basically this just sits up there and just basically blows in the wind, and it looks like nature. That's what I'm going for. I want to break up the outline of this ugly mug, and I laid there, and I just want these things to gently just blow in the wind, and if I don't move, I disappear. So I've added, cable tied, same technique they were using, these clumps of longer strands of raffia in it. Basically the raffia, I just knotted it into the actual fabric of the actual suit, the actual base fabric. I've also put in a few clumps of it, like this one here for instance, which is basically just getting a group of the raffia, trimming it down to the size I want, using a cable tie, and basically just tying it into the fabric. I've also used some of this stuff as well, if I can actually hold this up, some of this style stuff, which is DPM netting material. It actually was attached to an old net that I had. I took this off from the net and cable tied it into the actual headpiece. Again, I cable tied it at the top end, and I end up with this rather long piece of whatever the hell you want to call this, and it just basically blows in the wind. That's what I'm going for. I don't want something that looks like me. I want to disguise this with this. Also started to add this green fabric here. Basically, again, the theory goes that I just want it to be a loose forming material, for want of a better word. There is no pattern to this, not what I've been putting anyway. I don't know whether Sniper Customs Gilly, SC Gilly even, do a pattern system for this. I just went with, just plonk it on. Little and often, is basically the way I was going with this. So, yeah, that was basically my leaf suit. And like I said, I've worked on the headpiece. I am going to work on the other part of it, the arms, the back piece, all that sort of stuff. And hopefully, that will be sorted out for July for the 24-hour match. It will go out beforehand because I want to test it, obviously, at Combat Zone. But the 24-hour match is at the Moor in Melton Mowbray, and that's what all this is for. All this sniper rifle business is getting these all sorted so I can do this properly. Also, I bought these. These are Sneaky Bees. Been showing these off. I've got different colours of the damn things. Believe it or not, I know the camera looks like that one looks a little bit, well, I don't know what colour that is making it, but it is a light green. I've got dark greens, I've got light greens, I've got light browns, and I've got some very dark browns. It is the fall pack, so it is more aimed at the autumn stroke winter leaf colours, but I've also decided to spray paint some of them, which they're outside now, drying off as I speak, as I make this video. So I'm very interested to see what I've done with those, because obviously these brown ones, I'm not going to be using too many of these, but if I can turn them into more of an OD green, hey presto, I can now use them on my leaf suit. So yes, I know this has been a bit of a long video. We've been sitting at 21 minutes. 21 minutes of me acting like a complete idiot. Yeah. I will do a few photos of myself wearing all the stuff, because at the moment I've done a few photos with me wearing the gloves or me wearing the leaf suit. I will get a full uniform profile photo done. Obviously I can't photo myself, so I may need to hire my good friend Mr. Zoidwolf to take photos of me. Oh, that sounds so wrong. But yeah, I will get them done. No time frame on when they're going to get done, because obviously I just want to carry on working with this and trying to set it up as best I can. So yeah, I hope you found this video informative. I hope you've enjoyed me showing off some of this stuff, because I'm really proud. I'm really proud of these leaves. The North Mountain stuff, brilliant, absolutely fantastic. The leaf suit is freaking awesome. I'm really glad that I went down that route and paid attention to what Jay said from Longbow and actually went down and bought one of these things, because they're absolutely awesome. If you have any questions about that leaf suit or any of the bits of equipment, ask away. If you want to see some more photos of them, more in-depth photos, like how the pattern, how the stuff is actually attached to the leaf suit, just ask me. I will quite happily take photos up close of it and show you. Might be, you know, a few hours after you've asked the question, because obviously I've got a full-time job to deal with, but yeah, I will get round to that. So I will see you guys on a blog video whenever I get around to doing another blog video. I will see you guys on an airsoft field through a sniper scope very soon.